time for America's favorite sport, football. But for decades, this is a sport that's been dominated predominantly by men. Today we're here in the practice field of the DC Divas, the nation's own professional all-female football team, to see how the ladies bring it. Check it out.
You're trying to control me in a block? Like, if I was going to block you, I would just grab you and control you. Like that, I'll block you. So.
For the last 15 years, professional football player Donna Wilkinson has been an ambassador for women's full-contact football. Hailing from Riverside, California, Wilkinson was a 5-sport athlete in college and has made her mark as a 2-time gold medalist and the heart and soul of Washington's DC Divas.
This is something I've dreamed of since I was 5 years old. And there's girls all over the world that are now choosing this as their career. For so many women, we've gone to school on a scholarship. We get out and there's not a lot of professional opportunities. And so like most of my teammates, they played Division I basketball, they were a track star. They had all these ambitions and then they get out and they're like, well, what are we gonna do?
Together! Woo! Toe touches with the hop!
This team has been building and building and building a legacy to where it's the winningest franchise in all of sports in Washington, D.C. since we've started over the last 15 years. We're living in a dream with 45 women's teams playing in our league, a world championship. We can win gold medals in the sport now. We can win Super Bowl rings. What else could you ask for except for maybe the money? We don't view the game any differently than a guy does. We don't feel any differently about losing it. We want to win, we want to perform at the highest level. And the biggest challenge is getting the support, the coverage, and the resources.
Despite being the most senior member of the team, Donna stays at the top of her fitness game.
I'm focused on my health, number one, so I don't see it as a chore, I don't see it as an afterthought, it's what I do. Number one, I eat very healthy. I'm vegetarian, I eat very clean, I drink really high quality water. I use a lot of natural energy technologies, magnetics, infrared devices that help keep my circulation going, keep me recovered. And at 40, to be able to run and push the 20-year-olds, to me, that's all the proof in the world that I need.
Divas!
Up next, Donna's going to show us some fitness tips to keep you in shape all year round.
We'll give you a few movements. Let's get your body warmed up. 10 minutes in the morning and you can start your day off great, feel good.
All right,
That's all you need. Let's do it.
All right.
So the first thing we want to do is get our legs warmed up. Just get a little bit of movement and a little bit of stretch. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to take a gentle step.
Okay.
And we're going to grab the back quad as we step. And just get a nice stretch in the quad. You kind of feel yourself balanced, you're going to step forward, grab your other quad, get a nice stretch. We finish this for 10 yards here. Now let's just open the hips up a little bit. We're going to continue to walk. This time we're going to pull the knee up to the chest, get a nice real big hug on that. Good stretch, feeling the stretch in the front, feeling the stretch in the back. Good stretch, step forward. One movement that people rarely do is anything sideways. People are pretty much forward and backwards. So we're gonna work a little bit sideways. Just get a nice stretch to the inner thigh. Okay. So we're just gonna come out and get a nice little stretch to the right, push it back to the left. We're gonna come across, flip it the other direction. Just right and left, just gentle stretch both directions. Get your body nice and loosened up. The next one we're gonna do is just gonna be a lunge with a little bit of a stretch at the end. So you're gonna lunge, you're gonna get a little stretch. You're getting a little work in the quad, but you're getting a good stretch in the front here. It's just gonna add a twist. So as you lunge, you just twist out to the same direction.
Starting to feel the burn.
Starting to feel the burn now. See, 5 minutes, just a little tiny movement. Now, if you really want to take this deep, we're gonna do what's called elbow to instep. The world's greatest stretch, as it's called. Now, someone needs to take a much bigger step than they would for a lunge. Relax that back leg, take this front elbow, drop it into that heel, and feel everything from your back, the front, and stretch, and you just sit it right down in there. Then you're gonna pick this leg up, take another step all the way, elbow to instep, and just relax everything else in.
Nice, feeling warm.
All right. Well, we want to loosen the hamstrings a little bit more. We've done a little bit to loosen them. This is going to be a walking Frankenstein. Arms going to go out. You're just going to kick that hamstring up until you touch. Nice and easy. Really flexible, your foot.
Woo!
If you want one thing that you can do to get your body in shape, push-ups.
Ooh.
The old school method.
Oh, they're hard. After 2 different styles of push-ups, a little bit of yoga, including upward dog and down dog for the hamstrings, we finished our pro workout in plank, core work. Whew. But this DC Diva had one more trick up her sleeve.
You want to strike it. Strike it.
Okay. Showing me how to block like a real football player. But it was a little intimidating, so I had to work myself up to it.
What, you trying to make love? All right. Yeah. So, and then your goal when you did that would be to control me. If you're trying to control me in a block, like if I was gonna block you, I would just I would control you. Like that, I would block you. So, all right. There you go.